Hi, and welcome back to our question of the week video. This week, Audra is asking, why does Dave say that being generous builds wealth? Well, the way I'll answer this is the only way that I can, why I think Dave says that, and also why I think that that is true also. So the first thing I think about is the video that Dave did in Financial Peace University when he talked about how your focus shifts as you start taking control of your money. So in the early days, if you are worried about keeping the lights on and you are really strapped for money, you are so focused right here, right? You are looking at what bills you have, what income is coming in, what is happening under your household, and that is all that you can focus on. As you start having room in your budget and as you start having that starter emergency fund, your focus can look up a little bit, and maybe you can start paying attention to what needs are happening in your your extended family, and looking a little bit at that. Then as your debt is paid off and you have a fully funded emergency fund, you really can start focusing on what are the needs that are surrounding you. What do you see at church? What do you see when you're at the store? Those sorts of things. And so it really is about just not being so stressed and so strapped that you're only focused on keeping the lights on. And so I'm not saying that during that time you should not be giving, because I don't think that's true. I think no matter what baby step you are on, you should be giving 10%, because I'm a Christian. And so what I read in the Bible is that God is very clear that we should be giving 10%. So I think that's true, but I don't think you're probably giving. If you're giving 10%, you're probably not giving more than 10% while you're trying to get your debt paid off, because it's too much. And so when you get that debt paid off, you're able to look at what other people need. And what that means is that you are being selfless. You are thinking of the needs of others. And that is a really big quality of wealthy people a lot of times, because think about it in the workplace. Do you want to work for a leader that is selfless, or do you want to work for one that's selfish, right? We all know we want to work for the one that is generous, that is a giver, and right? And who, if you are a leader, who gets promoted? The one that feels like, what can you give to me as an employer, or one that feels like, what can I do for the company to help this team succeed? Right? And so that is another reason, because that quality helps you succeed in many areas of your life, but also your career, which we know that your biggest wealth building tool is your income. So I think that is another reason. I also think that when you're building wealth, a lot of times you are content, because in order to be able to save and live under your means, you have to understand contentment and realize that, like, I am not going to have all of the latest and greatest things, and that's okay. The millionaire study that Dave Ramsey and his team did shows that a lot of the top careers of millionaires are not people that are making a ton of money a year. And so it is just that they have learned to live under their means, be content, and consistently build wealth and save and be generous. And so those are some of the reasons that come to mind when I think about how our generosity and wealth building tied together. And I just encourage you that, if you have been giving your 10% consistently to the church, to start thinking of other ways, or looking for other ways that you can be generous, if that is where you're at throughout your baby steps. And if you have not been giving the 10%, work towards that, right? Give a little until you can give a lot. And I think that you're really going to see the impact that it has on your life, because in the end, I really believe that giving is more about the heart issue than it is about the amount that you are giving. So just be outrageously generous. And if you want some encouragement, my daughter and I watched this video this past weekend, and it really impacted both of us, but especially her, so much so that she wants to go take action this weekend. She wants to go give to a waitress at a restaurant. She said, I'll give my entire gift jar, because she's so impacted by this video. And it's from Ramsey Solutions. It's a George Camel video where he goes to a Waffle House and is outrageously generous. And the story of the one lady will make you cry. Maybe not. It did me, though. So if you just search on YouTube, George Camel Waffle House, you will find the video. And if you need any encouragement with being generous, I think that really could be it. So if you have any questions about generosity and how it can fit into your budget, or what should you give to, how should you give, I know that there can be questions around that. So our financial coach would be happy to talk to you about that. And if you have any questions about your retirement planning or saving for the future, our financial advisors would be happy to help with that. And you can schedule a meeting with them using the link to their calendar below. And if you found this helpful, would you please share it with a friend? And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.